Hi, good evening. Welcome, everybody. My name is Karen Riley. I'm the Regional Vice President of Sales for ASEA. I'm super excited that you would join us tonight for the Pick and Play webinar. We have a really exciting guest with us. We have Dr. Carolyn Hoffman and her husband, Paul Hoffman. They are the #2 Pick and Play Redox rookies for the month of July, and they're going to be joining us a little bit later to tell us a little bit about who they are, what their experience was with the Pick and Play in July, and share a few of the tips and learning that they have had since joining ASEA just 3 weeks ago. So it's super exciting to watch their super quick get to action behavior in the month of July, and Pick and Play was a big part of that. So what we're going to do first is just run through the program, because I'm sure that some of you may or may not have all of the details, and we want to make sure that if you're joining us for the very first time, that you know how to get involved with Pick and Play this summer. So Pick and Play is a great opportunity to participate in 3 different areas of growing your business. And those areas of growing your business are going to help us fulfill on our incredible mission. A mission statement is simply why we exist as a company. And we exist to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. And you know, it's fresh on my mind that we're fulfilling on this mission statement as I have just returned from the Ecuador expedition. And it was absolutely an incredible opportunity to partner with our ASEA corporate team, our ASEA family of associates, their families. A lot of them brought their children with them. We had people from all over the world join us in Ecuador, and it was a really, really touching experience. But that's just one piece of how ASEA, the company, is fulfilling on this mission. So our vision as a company is to become the global recognized leader in cellular health and redox-based technologies, and to achieve worldwide distribution of ASEA's life-changing products, financial opportunity, and culture. Because we believe that all 3 of those things are life-changing. Our products are life-changing. Our financial opportunity is life-changing. Our culture is life-changing. You know, one of my favorite quotes is by this guy right here, Zig Ziglar. He said, "You will get what you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want." And that's really what Pick and Play is all about. It's about helping other people get what they want so that you will inevitably get what you want as well. So this program started back on June 1st, and it runs through September 30th. What I love about this program is it's available for everybody to participate. Associates and preferred customers in any global market, including the global reach markets. You know, we have some really incredible news that we're going to be sharing at our convention in September about these global reach markets. That's just going to expand our opportunity, expand our influence, expand this incredible vision and mission of this company. And that's what I love about Pick and Play, is that wherever you are in the world, you get to participate. So there is a new home page. So I wanted to make sure that you knew where to find all the information for Pick and Play. When you log into your new ASEA virtual office, if you'll scroll down to about mid-page, you'll see 3 banners. And those banners are going to scroll. So we're going to list all of those great promotions. When that Pick and Play banner pops up, you're going to click into that to learn more. And you're going to find all kinds of information. This is what's going to happen when you click that banner in your virtual office. A brand new page is going to pop up, and you're going to get the Pick and Play overview. You're going to learn more about double loyalty rewards, reconnect with Redox, and top Redox rookies. So I'm going to go into each one of these sections a little bit more, and we're going to start with double loyalty rewards. So the way that double loyalty rewards works this summer is if you have any of the Renew Advanced products on your auto ship, ASEA is going to double those points. The loyalty rewards program is very simply like frequent flyer miles, or like a punch card at your favorite restaurant, or any other loyalty kind of opportunities you're taking with your favorite stores. So you're going to be getting points every single month that you're on auto ship. As you get started with ASEA, it starts at 5%. As you continue month after month, it goes to 10%, then 15%, all the way up to 20%. So you can see if you're on 1 or 2 cases of auto ship, how after a period of time, you're going to be earning all kinds of points with ASEA. And those points you can redeem for free product. So you can get 1 or more of any of our incredible products through the loyalty rewards program, including samples. So again, the double loyalty rewards section of this program simply doubles all of those points in your auto ship every single month for June, July, August, and September when you have a Renew Advanced product in that auto ship. So what are Renew Advanced products? Well, there's 4. Renew 28, the serum, the moisturizer, and the cleanser. Those are all considered Renew Advanced products. So if you're currently on a 1-case ASEA auto ship and you add 1 tube of Renew 28 to your auto ship, we're going to double those loyalty reward points for that month. So it's super, super exciting. And again, this is available for associates and preferred customers. So it's a great way for our customer base to earn some free product as well. Now, the Reconnect with Redox is tons of fun. This is actually the second time we have run a program like this. Again, the time frame is June, July, August, and September. And we have provided all of the data for you, but let me tell you how it works before I show you those reports. So here's what you get free every month during Reconnect with Redox. If you reconnected your auto ship in June, you got the Redox gel, the Renew 28 gel. If you reconnected in July, you got the Renew Advanced cleanser. And if you reconnect in August, you're going to get a free replenishing moisturizer. And if you reconnect in September, you're going to get the Redox Serum. Now, what's great is that you can earn 1 or all of these great products, but if you have 3 reconnected auto ships between June and September, your October auto ship, you're actually going to get a free 3-pack. So what's in the 3-pack? Well, it's the serum, the moisturizer, and the cleanser. So who's eligible for this free product? Well, any inactive associate or customer is eligible for this. If they did not have an auto ship after February of 2017, they're eligible. Now that might be, you might be thinking, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know who all those people were. Well, ASEA has made it really easy for you to identify who those people are. In your Reconnect with Redox report, you're going to get the name and the telephone number and the email address and all the information that you need to track this. So very simply, you log into your virtual office, you click the Pick and Play banner, you're taken to that new website, and then you click Reconnect with Redox right up there on the top banner, and you're going to get this beautiful report. And you can start calling everybody in your organization that's eligible for that free product and inviting them to get back on auto ship. You know, one of the things that we saw last time when we ran this program, we ran it in the fall of 2016, we actually saw 14,000 new orders when we ran this. We ran this for 6 months. 14,000 new orders in that 6-month period. 4,500 associates that got reacquainted, reconnected with our incredible products. And the overwhelming response when they got a phone call from someone during this program was, I'm so glad you called. For one reason or another, I've stopped getting my auto ship. I'm really excited to get back involved with the program, the products, and the company. So we know that this is having a big impact on people. Already we've had almost 1,000 accounts get reconnected just for this summer program for Pick and Play. So it's a great way to introduce people and get some free product at the same time. Now, one of the things you'll want to take note is on that report, if you want to get more information about who these people are, who sponsored them into the business, because sometimes organizations get really big, you're not quite sure who signed up who. Well, if you click in the upper right-hand corner to download, you'll see this little export. And you just click that export and you're gonna get all of this information. You're gonna find out who their upline bronze is. You're gonna find out their last order date, what country they live in. You're gonna find out if they're an associate or a preferred customer. You're gonna find out what level in your business these people are located. So everything you wanted to know about somebody who's gone inactive, you're going to be able to find by simply exporting that new Reconnect report. So it's really, really cool. I love it. Now, this is the super fun part, Redox rookies. If you enrolled with ASEA after June 1st of 2016, you are eligible to be a Redox rookie. That means that you're eligible for some cash for enrolling qualified volume during this month. Now, this is a program that takes place every single month, so June, July, August, and September. We're going to have a new top 10 list. So essentially, 40 people are eligible to win cash prizes. And you can earn that over and over again. So we have people who earned cash in July, and they earned cash or earned cash in June, and then again earn cash in July. So you can earn as much or as little as you want, depending on how quickly you want to get these qualified enrollments done. So this is the opportunity for these people. If you are in 10th position, it's $100, and in first place is $4,000. Now, what's a qualified enrollment? Qualified enrollment is any new associate or preferred customer that joins your business with a minimum of one case, and that can be any product. It can be ASEA, it can be Renew Advanced, it can be a combination, but they have to come in with at least one case of product, and they have to sign up with AutoShip at the same time. So you want to make sure that you're getting your new associates signed up or preferred customers signed up with AutoShip at the same time so that they are eligible for the Redox Rookie cash prizes. Okay, so we've also made it really easy for you to track your progress, and we're publishing the top 10 leaderboard every single day. So if you went to the Redox Rookies report right now, you would see the leaderboard for the month of August for the Redox Rookies. So what you see here is we're gonna, you can get your report right here. So this is my enrollments, that's yours, of course, and it's gonna tell you the date they were signed up, what their ID number is, their name, and what type of enrollment they had. And then it's gonna publish this top 10 list, and it's gonna change every single day. So you can track where you are on this report. Now, I know that our guests tonight, Dr. Carolyn Hoffman and Paul Hoffman, I know they were watching this, and I know their upline was watching this. David Silverman, I know everybody in their team was watching them, was rooting them on. They were watching this leaderboard very, very closely. So one of the things you want to take notice of on this leaderboard is anywhere you have a tie. So let's say you've got two people like here who have both enrolled 6 people. Well, the person with the most enrollment volume is going to take that top position. So this was a snapshot, of course. We have, I think the top enroller for the month of July was at 40. We've got Carolyn and Paul here who did 24 enrollments in the month of July, and we're going to take a look at our entire list of July Redox Rookies and congratulate them. So in 10th place, earning $100 for July Redox Rookies was Edna Ng. Congratulations to Maria Eliso for earning $200. Michelle Glassbrook earned $300. Todd Morrison earned $400. Carolyn Flannery earned $500. Kaz Nicholson and Jen Sherwood earned $600. Wing Kyung Wong earned $700. Antonio Morales earned $1,000. Dr. Carolyn and Paul Hoffman earned an additional $2,000. And Simona de Robertis earned an additional $4,000. Now, this is super, super exciting because this is just money on top of everything else that people are earning with fast starts, with any of the preferred customer bonuses, with the retail bonuses, with team commissions, with check match. This is on top of all of that. And I'm super, super excited that, that Carolyn and Paul have joined us tonight. Thank you so much, Carolyn and Paul, for being with us. Congratulations on being in that second place position for the Redox Rookies for the month of July. We're so excited to get to know you. There you are. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. It's so good to see you guys. It was wonderful to see you in New Jersey. We were from the New York area, and you guys came all the way from Charlotte for that event.
Yep, we did. It was great. It was a fabulous event.
Well, it was so fun to sit down and get to know you guys a little bit better. Thank you for joining us on the call tonight. So I know that everybody watching tonight wants to know a little bit more about you. That's what the Redox Rookies is all about. These are new up-and-coming leaders with ASEA, people who have become very passionate about our mission, about our vision, who have joined forces with us to make sure that this product and this opportunity and this culture gets out around the world. So I would love to just start out by having you guys just take a minute and introducing yourselves, who you are, where you're from, and how you got involved with ASEA.
Okay, I'll head up first.
Okay.
It's her fault.
So it's my fault, right? I'm a naturopath and a digestive health specialist, and actually I will tell you that I looked at ASEA very briefly about 7 years ago, and I thought that I understood it, and I thought that it wasn't anything different from some other things I was using, so I completely dismissed it. So I'm so glad that Dorothy Dabney, my sponsor, is someone who actually reconnected me to it. And I have to say I was probably one of those people who might say, I'm not going to do the business, I'm not remotely interested in any of that. And then somewhere along the line, something clicks and changes, and you become incredibly passionate about that. And I suppose short story was that I started to see some quite remarkable changes in different ways with friends, then with my husband. And I had this picture the other day. I was thinking that if you know what it's like if you take a dog out for a walk on a leash and it doesn't want to go anywhere, it sticks its legs in the ground very firmly and you're trying to drag it along. And in a way, I had this vision that was me with myself. I was both on the lead, pulling myself into finding out about this because it was so fascinating. And yet emotionally, I was sticking my legs out and sticking my feet in the ground and saying, no, 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 because I think I probably knew that if I really got inspired by this, I knew what that was going to mean for me. And that's kind of really how it happened. Once that occurred, I guess we just, I don't know, it was really just all so fast. I really had signed up for a couple of weeks and didn't do anything. And then, 3 weeks, we went completely crazy and made this big mess and tried to mop up as we were going. And so my husband was kind of busy tossing people at me, and I'm on phone calls and texting and messaging and just somewhere along the line, David said to me, "Do you realize you're fifth?" And I said, "Fifth at what?" Because I hadn't even looked at the pick and play. I hadn't remotely explored anything to do with the website. I remember seeing pick and play there. I think I clicked on it once, but I never saw anything to do with the rookies, or I just didn't bother because I wasn't interested in that part of it. And then when he kind of explained, I went, oh, well, that's kind of cool. But you know what? It's just like, keep the eye on the ball. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, if that gets me there, that's great. I'm not going to slow down, but I'm just not going to take my eye off what I need to focus on. So we kind of really just got going on the thing and put a lot of hours in, but it was a lot of fun, and we're already beginning to see people's lives changing, so it's excellent.
That's super exciting. Thanks, Carolyn. I love that visual you gave me with the dog on the leash. Just made everything so clear. I think a lot of people are that dog on a leash, right? They're holding the leash and they're on the leash. And I think that was a really powerful, visual. Paul, tell us a little bit about you and what you're so passionate about these days with ASEA.
Well, yeah, thanks for having us on. I am a CPA and I have my own practice, so I keep myself pretty busy. So this was not something, a number of years ago, I said to Carolyn, enough's enough, way too much commitment to all this network marketing stuff. It's nice on paper, but it just didn't match with our lives. And so when Carolyn had, pushed it away 7 years ago, I didn't even know about it. Fast forward to today, this is a product that I actually, of all the years, we've had very good products, but this is a product that I really personally had a very, very strong epiphany about. It changed my ability to exercise, to work, to have greater endurance, where I used to walk up steps and have to sit down and try to get my breath. And all of a sudden, in literally 10 days, that changed. So that was a big aha. But honestly, in all the companies we've looked at and worked with over the years, we've had good products. I am completely committed to this product. Absolutely. Everybody, we just know it needs it. But I think the actual strongest value that this company has is not the product itself. And I think what got us going is David Silverman, Dr. David Silverman, and all the upline. We have never been in a company where we really had access to somebody more than 1 or 2 levels ahead of us, which meant that they probably had the same experience, years of experience, maybe a little more success. But this company has just, we let the dog go. It's just running because, Carolyn would be speaking to people. Yeah, I'm busy. So, the old story in network marketing is make a mess and then figure out it afterwards. Well, I did. I made a mess as best as I could. I just kept throwing things on Carolyn's lap. But she had resources. It wasn't just David. It was the Gates, and it was, Trish Winkler. It was all the way up the line that are accessible. I never had a higher person, a much higher ranked individual's cell phone number before. And I think that's the real power here. Fantastic product, but even more fantastic support. And that allows everybody to run with confidence.
Yeah, It does, Paul, and I'm really glad that you brought that up. In fact, I want to ask you guys to expand on that a little bit, because I think a lot of times people overlook the fact that, you know, they look at you, right? They look at Paul, they look at Carolyn, and you're a naturopath and you're a CPA, and they think you guys have got it made, right? They think, what in the world would you need anybody's help on, right? Why would you need anybody's help on a three-way call? Why would you need anybody's support, right? I mean, you're educated, you're network marketing experienced, right? I would love for each of you just to take a moment and talk a little bit about why even doctors and CPAs need support, need mentors, need three-way calling.
Well, because you can't do it on your own. I mean, that's the important thing to understand. It doesn't really matter what you know. And you know, I have the title of doctor, and I may know a lot more medically about other people, but actually in some ways that's a deterrent for me working in this field, because if I am just the only person communicating to this new person everything I know, then they look at me and they say, well, I can't do what you do. I don't know what you know. So that's not something that inspires someone to consider doing this business. So it's really important not to be that. You don't want to be the message. You need to use the tools, and you absolutely need to use somebody else to be that third-party validator. I mean, there's other dynamics to it as well, because if you're sharing with your friends and you're the only one that's literally hitting them with every piece of information and they want to say no, you're actually putting yourself in conflict with that friendship. Whereas if you bring somebody else that they don't know into that conversation and you're just the messenger and say, hey, you know, this is basically, would you like coffee? And they say, yes. Well, now I'm going to get someone else to explain what types of coffee you can have. That's more or less what it comes down to. But it also distances them, and they feel comfortable listening to a third party and not being sold to by you. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what experience you have. Always use your third party. Use somebody else. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Well, I agree with all that, of course. The other part is, I think we all have relationships that we have certain credibility with, which is usually enough to open the door and to get a message out. Once you talk about that message more than twice at maximum, my feeling is we're now in the sales mode. We're in the convincing mode, because we've been that conversation over and over again. And there are lots of millions and multi-millions of dollars of sales that go on in network marketing, but it is an educational process of sharing information with people. And when you get that third party on the phone, the prospect generally feels more relaxed. They don't feel a commitment. They're willing to listen politely. You know, if I know somebody really well and I get them on the phone for the third time, they're just going to tell me they're going to walk the dog. You know, they don't want to listen anymore. But they're not going to get off the phone if we're wrong with you, Karen. They're going to be respectful and listen. And all we want to do is get people to listen to the complete message. I told someone the other day, what would I do in my accounting practice is psychology. And I love manipulating people. And I love doing it in this business. And it's not for my personal gain, but the manipulation is for them to somehow open their mind to listen.
I think we talked about, you know, having an educated no is what you want.
Right.
So that they go through the process, and even if it's a no, it's a no because they've considered everything and they've listened to everything, and then they've decided it's not right for them. That's okay. The worst situation is people who give you a no before they hear the message.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love what you both have just shared about that, because I do think that that holds people back a lot of times. I think that what you've just explained is, number one, some people feel like they can't go to their upline, right? Their upline is a triple diamond, or their upline is a gold, or their upline doesn't have time, or, you know, this, that, or the other, and they don't put themselves in the shoes of that upline to say, hey, I would be willing to take this call. I want to support my team. And I think hearing it from people like you, who certainly have credibility, certainly have experience, recognizing that's part of building the network. It's part of making sure that they get that educated no. I love the way that you said that, Carolyn. And you know, one of the things that you guys mentioned that I'm curious about is the tools you talked about. Besides the support from the upline, obviously three-way calls and that kind of thing, what kind of tools, I mean, you guys are brand new. I mean, you've been in the business less than a month. And so I'm not sure if you want to share a little bit about some of the tools that you've been exposed to that you have been leveraging during your first month at ASEA.
Yeah, I mean, I was really grateful. And I don't know that people, if you've not been in network marketing before, really realize exactly how lucky we all are with the tools that we have, with the different websites that are available, with the little video links, with the Redox experiences, you know, all of that kind of thing. To me, it was just unbelievable that we had all of this put together and someone would just give me the document and I could kind of fumble through it. I mean, I literally printed copies and I had them in every darn bag I could ever pick up so that when I needed something, I could go and pour through the paper and go, okay, this is what you need to do, because eventually you come to remember them. But in the beginning, it felt really overwhelming to me and I knew I needed something. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, the tools are amazing, and use the tools, because part of that is what and how we share the information with people is teaching them. Even though they don't realize it, we're teaching them what this business is about. So if we get on the phone and we choose to talk their ear off for an hour, they're going to think, well, I haven't got time to do that. Whereas if you can email them and you can enclose a quick link that's only 7 minutes to go watch, or something else to look at, or a document to read, or whatever, you're using those tools, and that takes it away from you being the expert and having to sell. And it also is, you know, maximizing the ability to share much quicker with a lot of people. So, I mean, I just love it. It's fabulous. We're really, really lucky in this company. I don't know if there's any particular ones that you've used.
Like I say, I throw to Carolyn, so I really don't get much chance. I haven't taken it. Right now I'm in a quasi-tax season mode. But I will say, though, that the in-homes, which are also critical besides the three-way calls, over the years we have been given guidelines, but really the in-homes very often are almost personalized and tailored to our own way of presenting. And the challenge with that is it's not duplicatable. And what y'all have done here, really, if we kind of look at the in-home, besides telling our personal stories, we probably have about 6 minutes of personal talk time. We have the introduction, we have our story. We may do a small 6 reasons, 6 minutes, 6 reasons, or another short, and then we will talk about the 3 and 5, and the next thing you know, we're on a half an hour with one of the upline.
Yeah.
So it really covers the base, and anybody can do that.
Yeah, you're talking about the Thursday night calls, right?
Thursday night calls.
Yeah. I'm so grateful that the leadership in ASEA has picked those up and has really partnered together. They have been really, really united in that cause, and I think it's a huge shift and a wonderful example of how simple that this can really, really be. Whether you're sitting in someone's home, whether you're sitting in a coffee shop, how easy it is to just plug in and have that instant expert on the phone with you.
Actually, I was just going to also say one of the other things, though, just a second. When I was cruising around looking at the website, I mean, the corporate side of it, in the back of it, if you want to do a Renew 28 party, it's done for you. It's amazing. I mean, the invitations, the responses, the PowerPoint, what you say. I mean, anyone can follow that. That's incredible.
Yeah, the resources that you have today are certainly not the resources we all started with, 7, 8 years ago. It's absolutely astonishing when I think about what we have today in our toolbox versus what we had before. The pioneers like David Silverman that you work with, like Trish, like Denny, like Debbie, like Cindy, like Tammy, all of those people that you get to work with, the true pioneers that have been doing this incredible work for so long, helped create all of that, helped put together, helped think through what that experience was going to be like. And I'm super excited that today we have such professional and available tools that people can just jump right into. And that was one of the things that you both have said it now. You both use the word fumble, and I love it, because I think one of the things that happens so often is when people get started, they don't actually get started. They feel like they have to read everything, they have to watch every video, they have to be on every phone call, and they spend all this time getting ready to get ready. Would you guys just share a little bit about your experience with that? Because you did not have everything memorized when you started a month ago.
Still don't. Yeah, I mean, I remember being incredibly excited when I knew I was going to get out and start telling people, and remembering that I was thinking, but okay, so what do I say? How do I say this? And so it was really nice to have a tool to send and keep my communication really short, because I could genuinely say, look, I just know you need to know about this, so let's find someone to talk to you about it, because it's not me that's going to be able to tell you. And different thing, and another aspect to it was, you know, people will often want to know all about the compensation plan, and well, forget it. I haven't even, I mean, I've kind of vaguely looked at a couple of things, but actually when people talked about it, I remember saying to David, you know what, I'm not wasting my time trying to work out the compensation plan. I said, I'll take 2 or 3 weeks. Whilst I'm working out the compensation plan, I can get on with the business. I said, my answer is, I'll get the compensation plan when I get the check.
That's right.
Do the work and move on, you know. I mean, work it out when you've got time, when there aren't people to talk to because they're in bed or whatever it is, but don't waste time. Just get out there and start. And you don't have to be the expert. That's the cool thing. If you're not the expert, people can relate to that. You know, just be excited about what you have, share your own story. And if you haven't got a story yet, then find somebody else's story and get out there with the samples and find 10 people and try it on 10 people and build your own confidence and your own stories from that, you know, and just wait for it to happen to you, because we're not all going to have those miraculous moments. You know, everyone's different and unique, and everybody is going to respond differently. So that's just get out and do it. Just talk to people.
I think that's the best advice anybody can ever give. Just get out and do it and talk to people. You mentioned the samples. I know that you guys have done a couple of fast forwards. It's a great way for people to get those samples into their hands, into their homes, into their events. I can't say enough about how much I love the fast forward program. You know, you guys have really just made a big splash. David and I were just so thrilled that you would spend so much time driving up to see us in New Jersey this last weekend. We want to just say congratulations and thank you for everything that you're doing. But before I go, I think it's really important that you share something that you shared with me over the weekend, because again, I think this is a big common misconception. For most people, I think, Carolyn and Paul, you would be on most people's chicken list, right? Paul, you're a successful CPA. Carolyn, you're a successful naturopath. I think most people would look at both of you and say, I'm not going to talk to them. They don't need money. They already know everything about taking care of their health. Would you just share for a few minutes a little bit about why people should just get out there and get talking to people regardless of what they do and not prejudge? We had a great conversation about prejudging people, as well as you shared a little bit about the lifestyle that you're looking for. So I don't know which one of you wants to take which of those topics, but share a little bit about the prejudging disposition and the lifestyle that you guys are looking for.
Yeah, I mean, prejudging, you know, we just never know what's going on in somebody else's life. And I mean, for me, from my perspective, yeah, I can spend time with one-on-one with clients, but I can only influence so many people. And so the opportunity this gives me is to be able to make a bigger impact with a lot more people that I'm not able to connect with. So that inspires me. But on a personal side, it's also because we have businesses that keep us really busy. We don't get enough free time to spend together and doing things. And I think it's really important sometimes to really have passions that you share together and you can actually get involved in. And so for husbands and wives, because our kids are now all moving on to college as well, this is a great time for us. It wasn't earlier, but now they're all out of our hair, so to speak. You know, now we can actually kind of forge something that we want to spend time doing together, and that's exciting. You know, we can build something and share something and have reasons to travel. It's more than that for you, I know.
Well, it's not just the travel, it's just that we would we're looking at this as a vehicle to have the rest of our life together. So that's one aspect of it. But the other part of it is I've got a lot of clients of mine who earn probably half of what I have. And I envy them because they have such a better quality of life. There's certain stability in their life. They tend to have a lot more family time. So, and there are CPAs and doctors who may have that also. But the point is, why prejudge somebody just because they're in this position that looks like an ivory tower? It doesn't mean they have any quality of life. So now I'm 41 years as being an accountant, and I'm still working. And next week we're taking our first family vacation really in 7 years. So that's not great. And neither one of us are earning a penny from our traditional practices while we're away.
Yeah.
But we have auto ships. We have downline that are still signing up people. The checks right now may not be huge, but they're a lot bigger than what we're going to earn from our practices next week.
Well, and you got a big fat $2,000 check from
Yes.
the Redox rookie. So that's nice to take on vacation with you as well. So I'm super excited, and they've always said, right, that the work that you do in the beginning of building a network marketing business, you could probably make more money working at 7-Eleven. But the money that you'll earn on the back end of building a sustainable legacy network marketing business is certainly more than most of us can even dream about. So, going from one end of the spectrum to the other with 3 to 5 years of hard work, I always think about the fact that most people will spend the same amount of time today and tomorrow and the next day working their job, and their income won't go up exponentially. But this opportunity at ASEA has the ability to just absolutely repay your efforts, not only over and over again, but with a multiplier that most people can't even imagine. And I love the fact that you guys didn't wait to get started, that you said, I don't need to understand the comp plan. I will understand when I get paid. I will understand when that check comes. I love how you talk about lifestyle and, don't put people on a chicken list because you don't know what their situation is. It's just so beautiful.
I think one other aspect which we don't want to miss on is that there is a huge humanitarian side of it. And I don't get that in my job. I can save somebody taxes, but it's not a quality of life issue. And, so many times during our lives, we're in places, see people, they're unwell, and you would just like, oh, if I can only do something to help them, what can I do? You can give them $100 or $50 or $10 for food, but you're not changing their life. And here, if you want to earn large money, you're forced to help a lot of people. And that's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad that you brought that up, Paul. That's one of our core values. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight, Carolyn and Paul. I'm so excited for you and what this means for all of the people that you're helping. And that, because again, going back to that quote, you help enough people get what they want, you will inevitably get what you want. It was a blast to have you in New York with us over this last weekend. I saw some pictures on Facebook where you guys were in the city on Saturday night. It just looked like so much fun. And I think that is what this...
We prospected every day besides.
Well, that's the best part about it, right? You get to have some fun while you're working.
Yeah, we did.
Not in front of a calculator. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I certainly appreciate all of the golden nuggets that you have both shared with us. I know that our listeners have learned a lot from what you guys have done in just such a very short period of time. So I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Probably our next time is going to be at convention. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see you in September.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, you guys, well, look, they are an absolutely dynamite couple. I'm so grateful that they shared so many valuable pieces of information for us that we can digest and take home with us to build our businesses and to continue with this mission and this vision that we have here. So pick and play again. Besides what Carolyn and Paul have already mentioned, it's building strong teams and it's increasing your income. It's creating unity within your team and across the whole global enterprise. This is an opportunity for you to improve your personal personal and professional skills. You get to develop as a leader, and you get to develop leaders within your organization. And you can see it and hear the passion and the fun that Carolyn and Paul are having during the July Pick and Play opportunity. So I'm going to leave you with the next training is going to be September 12th. That will be our last training as the program is going to conclude at the end of September. So go to your virtual office, check out the Pick and Play banner, go and check out the double loyalty rewards, the Reconnect with Redox and the top Redox rookies, so that you can participate in one or all of these incredible promotions this summer. So I hope to see you all at convention. Thanks for joining us tonight.